Hello YouTube, VidHead85 here, and thank you for joining me for another episode of r/Am I the Asshole? This one is, when I read this, I was like, oh God. This is from Via Cheeseburger. Husband from Idaho belittles wife's accomplishment of passing GED test because he's scared the baby-making machine will get educated. It's 2023 and we're still reinforcing the idea that women are not equal to men and should automatically be demoted to domestic duties while men go out and build their professional careers. We don't know about you guys, but we're absolutely over it. Don't get us wrong. If a woman intentionally chooses to stay at home and take care of everything, all power to her, but it has to be her decision. So this throwaway wife GED says, of course, am I the asshole for not acting impressed by my wife's accomplishment? And he puts them in quotes. And if you see if you look at the emojis there's a poop knife, a toilet paper roll, and probably a "Are you serious?" F in the chat. There's a bear looking like, and then there's a cat embarrassed. So obviously this man is definitely the asshole. And the red flags around accomplishment, like, come on. My wife, 28 male, my 28 male wife, 26 female, and I have been married for close to 7 years. We currently have 5 kids together, 6 male, 4 all under, 6'4" and 6'4", both male, and 3 female, and my wife gave birth to our fraternal twins, son and daughter, a year and a half ago. My wife intended to graduate high school the year we got married, but life got in the way. My dad had given me an investor's relations type of role at his company, so we were traveling a lot, and then after that, our kids needed our attention. Maybe he should take the GED, because he can't spell. Okay, let me just, that was one thing that he spelled wrong, okay? I give that to him. After our twins were born, my wife was bedridden for longer than we and even the doctors expected. Since we had to hire extra hands to do the child care tasks that involve mobility, my wife had some time on her hands. Her mother told her that her friend, who proctors at a testing center, said that they give GED tests basically every week, at least across the state of Idaho, and that she should dust off her general education knowledge. She started browsing her laptop and decided to enroll in a GED prep class online. It seemed she was better at self-paced learning than classroom learning because the stuff they were testing her on came way easier to her now than it did then, even though she's been away from structured classroom instruction for so many years now. Even after she was back on her feet, she'd be studying for it after she dropped the older two off to their respective schools. I would see what she was studying and it looked pretty rudimentary, and I knew that getting a GED basically means nothing, and that she probably wouldn't be able to apply it to anything career-wise or commit full-time to community college, where I doubt the job prospects for students are that great right now either. So my wife ended up taking the test, and the other day, she bounded into the room and said, "Yes, I passed! I knew she would since she was doing well on the practice test and the GED consistently tests on the same rudimentary topics. I did not gripe at her, but merely nodded at her and went back to answering an important phone call email from a client. My wife seemed to get upset and I asked her what was wrong. She said I didn't seem that excited and that I said that it's great that she passed, but I have been telling her that it was so easy and no big deal. But if she needed something to prove herself, she knew the high school concepts. I guess the money was well spent. She got even more upset and said she worked very hard and this was essential building blocks to being able to start a career. Am I the asshole? My wife passed her GED test, but she wasn't exactly graduating from college and wouldn't be for at least another 15 years. I just didn't see any immediate applicability to her test, but I am glad she had something to challenge her while she was coming off of unable to fully care for the kids. Okay, first of all, this is you know what, he is afraid that she's going to realize her worth and leave his ass, because that's the only place that I see this going. First of all, he graduated high school and he got a job with his father's company. Could he not hack it anywhere else? Okay, if you're going into the family business, that is one of two things. You either want to take over the family business and you haven't have the ability to do so, or you couldn't hack it anywhere else, so you became a nepotism hire for your father. Also, let's take a look at this. He's saying that she's got to wait 15, or she won't be graduating from college and wouldn't for at least 15 years. Really? I see this headed for divorce if he cannot be happy for his wife. The GED, I would like to see him take the GED and see how well he does it on the first pass around. Because let me tell you, that GED, I know someone who wanted to take the GED, or at least to teach it, and they failed the GED. They failed it. So this is not a small feat. So many people go into the GED exam time and time again and fail that exam. Okay, let's get to the comments, because I've already had it with this dude and I'm just hearing about him. Pilot Environmental 46 says, "You're the asshole. You're a major asshole. Your wife is trying to look after 5 children and found the time to get her GED. Why don't you let her go out of town for a week and see how hard it is to look after 5 small children? Would it have killed you to get up and hug her and tell her how proud you are of her? Maybe take her out to dinner one night to celebrate? Wow, I hope this isn't indicative of the respect that you give her the rest of the time." Oh, I'm sure it is. And that's the worst part. Right? Lions, Tigers, Bears, oh my, says, right? A supportive partner celebrates all accomplishments, no matter how small that they may seem. And honestly, I wouldn't even call this small. Another one says, weird take to belittle your wife's work in trying to receive a higher education in I want to keep her home and controlled vibes. You're the asshole. I reckon that Lala Well Fine says, I reckon that's the main issue. He is worried that she may be smarter than him, or perhaps that her having options means that he will have to treat her better. Edited to add judgment, you're the asshole. Anybody who belittles an accomplishment like that, kick their ass to the curb. The first time they belittle any accomplishment that you do, kick their ass to the curb, because guess what? Basically, they're jealous. So have a great day. Talk to you soon. Well, thank you for joining me for this episode of Am I the Asshole? Talk to you soon.